Hello, my cartooniac friends. Welcome to, yes, another edition of Dave McDonald's Quarren Tunes. You know we like to draw cartoons here to pass the time, to break up our distance learning, just to kind of create an opportunity to flex our muscles artistically, right? Always fun to get together. I'm glad you're here with me today. Hey, first things first, I did some coloring you might want to see from last time we met. Remember we talked about the state of Oklahoma? And I colored my state reptile, my state flower, the Indian blanket, and the state insect, the honeybee. This collared lizard is really interesting. If you get a chance, have mom or dad Google that character, this collared lizard, and look at the colors in the real animal. It is really fascinating. The blues and the greens and the yellows and the oranges. I was just, I was just amazed at the colors that were. Now, I don't know if they come with I know they're collared, but do they come with a red bow tie? I'm not sure if I saw any wearing a red bow tie, but hey, you never know, right? So Oklahoma, that was a fun little visit. Today we're going to do something similar. We're going to visit another place. I got some art sent to me by a young artist who's been drawing along with me here on the Quarren Tunes, and he sent me some of his artwork. And he did some of the drawings that we had done together, but he also sent me this really cool image, this cartoon drawing of an anglerfish. My young artist's name is Caleb. Hey Caleb, I hope you're doing well. Look at your fantastic artwork here. I am so proud of you. This is really well done. Look at this, my friends. It's an anglerfish, right? Now Caleb he doesn't live here in the U.S. where I do. He lives in Victoria, Australia. That's right, Australia. That's a long way from where I live. But that's a fascinating place. They have all kinds of interesting animals and sea life there in Australia. And he goes to Cranbourne Park Elementary. So a big shout out to Cranbourne Park. I know you're probably not in classes together, but I do wish that you're all well and staying busy with your e-learning, your distance learning, and getting through that. But hello, Caleb and Cranbourne Park Elementary, all the way from Australia. Did I say that right, Caleb? I probably botched that. But I just wanted to share this drawing. I think it's fantastic. It's very realistic, but yet has a cartoony flair to it. And I think we're going to draw something like this today. We're going to draw an anglerfish. Now they call it an anglerfish, I believe, because it has this little part of the fish that comes off the top, and it baits other fish to come in. This piece moves almost like he's got a fishing pole up here with bait. And this moves, and then the fish that wants to eat that fish comes along. It's because it sees this moving, and all of a sudden, that's lunch. But I thought we'd kind of put a Mr. Dave spin on the anglerfish. Caleb, once again, thank you for sending in your artwork. I enjoyed seeing every drawing you did. Hey, if you want to send your pictures to me, you're welcome to as well. Anyone out there can send. Have mom or dad do it though. Don't you get on email. I don't want you sending stuff just randomly out to people. Mom or dad or grandma or grandpa, just take pictures of your artwork and send it to mycartoonart@yahoo.com. mycartoonart@yahoo.com. And I'd love to see your work. All right, today's anglerfish. The anglerfish starts with kind of a big circle here. Big circle, and you'll notice I go around several times until I'm happy with that shape. Again, it's just a circle, doesn't have to be perfect. All right, off the top of the circle, come out. I'm going to make the lip of the front top part of the fish comes out with a little curved line, just a little bit out there, and then we make a smile out of that. See that? That's going to be the smile. This will be the lower lip coming out. So an eyeball would go here, big oval, I like my oval shapes. And then the other one's a little wacky. He's going to be a wacky fish, so we'll do two different shaped eyeballs. One smaller and oval this way. All right, little pupils in there. I think I'm going to offset them a little, again, just to give them a more friendly look. And those big chomper teeth that Caleb drew, those are very realistic. They do have very sharp teeth. Caleb nailed it. I mean, that's it. I'm going to make mine goofy, so he's going to have a lower tooth sticking up like that. There he is. Okay, now off the back we've got the fins. And what we're going to do, a little curved line like this off the top. And then watch this, letter C underneath that. Same thing, letter C, underneath that, letter C, and one more letter C. All right, gives that little, that'll be that spiny fin look. Okay, off the bottom, off the end of that comes the tail. So just make a little, almost an S-shaped line. Okay, the bottom of the fish is going to come up like this and go out to the tail. So up and then down, and then once again, 1, 2, 3 little letter C's. Give it that, again, spiny tail look. Oh, a fin on the side. Straight line coming off this way, straight line coming off this way, and then once again, letter C's. Right? Little straight lines. Look at that. Now he's going to have a lip. I'm going to give him a funny little lip. But this is the bottom of the fish body. And then you can add some scales with some backwards letter C's. You can randomly place those wherever you want. All right. No, let's see. He's a fisherman, so he's going to be wearing a fishing hat. So kind of a curved line here for the brim of the hat. It's a trapezoid shape, basically. See this? Trapezoid. If you don't know what a trapezoid is, it's a four-sided shape. Okay. It's angled in because it's the brim of a hat, and then we put the hat band on. It's going to be a bucket hat, so we'll go up a little higher. Maybe we'll make this a little kind of, maybe like it's fabric, so it's not perfectly straight. Some fancy stripes on his hat. All right. He's got his fishing hat there. A fish with a fishing hat. And then this piece that comes off the front isn't going to be just a piece of him. I'm going to draw it as a fishing rod coming off the top. And I'm even going to put the spool there. Watch. Curved line for the fishing pole. And a circle and a curved line on top of a circle. It's an oval, Mr. Dave. It's a circle if you look at it from the side, but here it's slanted. And then some little oval shapes will just kind of indicate it's supposed to look like one of those reels. Maybe he's like a fly fisher fish. A fly fisher fish. Okay, so get the line coming off there, and he's fishing, so the line comes down from the rod. And at that point, make a circle with a circle inside of it. That's the top of the fish hook. All right, it's tied to the line. And then a fish hook is like a letter J, but it goes backwards in this case. All right, and it's got a barb that looks like this. It's a triangle shape. And then let's give the hook some thickness by doing that. All right, so there's your fish hook. Now we need some bait on the fish hook, so let's do this. Oh, let's see here, maybe a oval shape here. And we're going to make a worm hanging off, kind of curled around there. So watch this. Just do that. Curved line, go through the hook, and then off. Okay. Now, what we need to do is add some thickness to that, because he's not just shaped like a pencil line. He's got some thickness, so just follow that same path around. And there's the end of the worm. Okay, so here's his head. Maybe we'll add he's a little worried. Give those segments Remember, they have these worms. I guess if it's an earthworm, it would have little segments. And then if he's on the hook, we will erase the worm so that we can see this part of the hook. So the worm goes behind the hook there, but here we want to erase the hook inside of this part, because the worm is now in front of the hook. And we could do this either way. I guess we will put, let's see, we'll put the tail part behind the body. So just erase. No, Mr. Dave, that's not right. You want that part to continue so that this part is behind that segment. All right, that can throw your mind for a loop sometimes. There he is hanging off the hook, a little bit of motion lines, a little concerned. And then maybe make the bottom of the sea, because they're way down at the bottom. And then when we ink, we'll just add some ink, sand like this, some spots. All right, there's our anglerfish fishing. Now, it doesn't look like the realistic one that Caleb drew. He should be drawing for like National Geographic magazine. That's because he's got a really cool style. Mr. Dave, not so much. I'll have to draw for National Goofy magazine. That's my style. Caleb, you did an awesome job, though. I really can't say enough how impressed I am with your drawing. I hope you keep with it, right? All right, inking in the reel. The line goes down to the hook. Like that, right? All right. Am I too far over there? Sorry about that. I'm going to make the barb a little shorter so that we can see that it's a barb. And basically all we're doing now, we're just inking over the pencil lines, which I will then erase. As you know, if you've been watching. All right, let's see here. This is a lot of loopy drawing here, isn't it? This might take longer than our normal videos. Got two characters here. Guess I didn't really follow those segments that I originally created. That's okay. Just a kind of an oval shaped head. Nothing too... And instead of making these eyes open with a pupil, I think I'm just going to make them small pupils. Really tiny. With a mouth that's open. And some eyebrows. Just like that, I believe. That'll work. Some motion lines here, right? Maybe some there. Okay, let's get on to drawing our anglerfish with his bucket hat. All right. Stripes on the bucket hat band. And there's the brim of the hat. Two wacky shaped eyeballs. What's that little white space for? If you've been watching, I mention it almost every time I draw. That little white space in the black pupil is a reflection, offers a little bit of life to the character. Again, it's the light hitting something that's wet or moist. Well, we do that same thing with the Like if you're drawing a dog's nose, because the dog's nose is kind of wet. And you give it a little shine. Okay, big fish smile. Big fish smile, big tooth. Lower lip. All right, bottom of the fish character. Fin with our letter C. Just kind of helps make it spiny looking, right? Kind of cool. All right, see, continue on here with our fish body. Thicken that up just a little bit. Tail, oh, I'm off the screen. Sorry about that. When I start turning the paper to help myself, I have to make sure that I don't go off screen with my drawing paper, because I want you to be able to see what I'm doing here, right? All right, let's see now. His top fin with the little C-shaped. All right. Do that. Oh boy, that's kind of funny looking, isn't it? The line on it. Maybe some backward letter C's for our scales. Quite a bit of difference between my silly fish and the really cool National Geographic style Caleb drawing, isn't it? Caleb rocks. Mr. Dave, I don't know. We got to worry about you if this is what you're... Good thing I don't draw for a National Geographic. Yes, this is the scientific drawing of what we saw when we went deep diving down in Australia. Australia. It's fun to say. Oh my word. I'm erasing the simple shapes that we used to create the fish, because part of those lines aren't part of the finished drawing, right? They just helped guide us as we drew. Lots of circles, lots of ovals, right? Where's my little broom? Way under here. Let's get rid of those so we can actually see our drawing. All right, we want to maybe grab this pen here and do some just little sand marks down in the bottom, little dots or circles. If I had more time, maybe I could put a sand dollar down there, or a starfish, or some plant life. But I guess at this point I'll leave it like this. And boy, I can't wait to color this one. This is going to be fun to color. Are you all coloring yours when you're done? I know Caleb is, because some of the pictures that he sent me showed me that he had colored in his drawings. So if you're like Caleb, you're going to grab your colored pencils or your markers or your whatever it is that you color with, and you can just go to town, right? This is going to be fun. So the anglerfish. What would somebody that swam up to this think to themselves? Let's say a little fish swam up. I imagine that fish would think to themselves, something's fishy here. Something's fishy here. All right, Mr. Dave, thank you. We get it. You don't have to go crazy here. I'm going to darken in the part of the hook there. And you can go to town doing some shadowing. Oh, I can't stop myself. Put my pens down. We've got to go, all right? Hey, I hope you had fun drawing our anglerfish today and visiting Australia with our friend Caleb, age 9, from Cranbourne Park Elementary. Thank you so much for sending your art. For the rest of you, please feel free to send it to me as well. Don't forget, mycartoonart@yahoo.com. All right, until next time, please be well, stay safe, and take care of one another. All right? Bye-bye.